In the heart of a bustling African village stood Mama Alima's hair haven, the most popular hair salon for miles. Women from neighbouring towns flocked to her shop, their faces glowing with the expectation of a transformation. Mama Alima's hands were blessed. Every braid, weave and twist brought her customers a beauty that turned heads and commanded admiration. But what they didn't know was what she did with the leftover hair swept quietly into a corner. The villagers adored Mama Alima. She was a widow, kind, soft-spoken, and always gave her clients sweet herbal tea while they waited. Yet when the last customer left and the doors of her shop were locked for the night, Mama Alima's true work began. Deep in the back of her salon, beyond a creaky wooden door, was a hidden room. There, in dozens of clay pots, lay remnants of hair. Curly, straight, coarse and fine. Each pot was labelled with the name of the person who had sat in her chair. Alima would carefully take the gathered strands and whisper ancient incantations passed down by her grandmother. She was a mubaring, a weaver of power through hair. Not wanting to kidnap her, Alima would call out to the other. Hair held secrets, she believed. It held memories, essence, and life. And in her quiet hours, Mama Alima crafted dolls out of the hair she collected. These small, twisted creations were more than toys. They were vessels of power. With each doll, she gained insight into the lives of the women who left their strands behind. One evening, a young woman named Chidima visited Mama Alima's salon. She was newly married and wanted her hair styled in celebration of her new life. As Mama Alima braided her hair into intricate patterns, she smiled kindly and spoke softly. But her sharp eyes memorized every detail of Chidima's face. That night, as always, Mama Alima swept up the strands of hair left behind and took them to her secret room. But something was strange. As Mama Alima began weaving a doll with Chidima's hair, the clay pot holding it shook violently. A cold wind rushed through the room, snuffing out her lamp. She heard whispers, voices that didn't belong to her, voices warning her to stop. Startled, Mama Alima dropped the doll and retreated for the night. The next morning, word spread through the village that Chidima had fallen ill overnight, her body weakened by an unexplained force. Fear spread like wildfire, and suspicion began to circle the beloved hairdresser. Days later, the elders gathered. Stories of Mama Alima's secret practices had been whispered for years, but no one had dared question her. Now, the whispers grew louder. That evening, Mama Alima disappeared from the village, her salon left abandoned. Some say she fled into the forest, where she continues to weave hair into dolls, her power undiminished. Others claim they see her shadow beneath the moon, moving silently through villages, collecting the remnants of hair from unwitting sleepers. And still, mothers warn their daughters to burn their cut hair, lest it fall into the wrong hands, for they now understand what Mama Alima always knew: hair is never just hair. Moral of the story: what you leave behind may carry a part of you. Be careful who you trust with the pieces of yourself.